Today, we're going back into the realm of wireless security with a wireless security PTZ camera. Hey folks, welcome back to techgooch, and today we're talking about this Soliom PTZ wireless, fully wireless. Goes off Wi-Fi, has a solar cell with a battery attached to it, so during the night it runs off the battery, during the day it's recharging the battery with the solar cell and powering the camera. So essentially you can place this anywhere that you would have Wi-Fi available. So close enough to your house where it can connect to your Wi-Fi, but obviously no need to run a cable to it, have power to it at all. And so I've actually been using this now for over a month, probably almost a month and a half, 2 months now. And I gotta say some pretty good things about it, to be honest about it. But we'll wrap that up at the end. What we're gonna do is we're gonna head outside. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I actually filmed this yesterday, but we're gonna go outside, film, show you out there. Then we're gonna come back in here and we're gonna look at the app, and then we'll do the closing remarks. So let me show you what we're talking about with the camera. We'll come back, look at the app, and then we'll kind of wrap things up. I do have a full install video up at GeekSmart, so I will put a link down below and I'll link it at the end. So check out the install video if you want to see what it takes to install this guy. But let me show you where I put it. So this is the camera. You can see right now it's sitting off the side of my deck. I have it mounted in. Basically, I have it sitting the corner of my house back here. Solar panel here, which actually is a little dusty yet. Mainly it's, it's fall, it's windy, you get a lot of stuff. And that's something you might want to check out periodically as well. We have the antennas that stick out to the side. You can angle those. And same thing with the solar panel. You can move this as well and angle it, but also turn it side to side. If you watch the mounting video, you'll actually see all that. And I will apologize for the wind. It's just a crazy day. But this thing is, I've never seen the battery go down really at all, even overnight. So long as you have a decently hazy day or better. We get a lot of cloudy days here in Iowa, especially here in the fall. And we've had quite a few cloudy days. We had a week that it just rained. It didn't do no real direct sunlight at all. And this thing did like a champion. It worked really well. So I don't know if I was to unplug the solar panel how long the battery would last. And actually you can't, because the battery is actually attached to the solar panel. But if you were to stop the solar panel from doing it, so cover it, how long the battery would last, that's a hard say, but it does work quite well. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. That thing has motion activation. I have it set so it actually sends me an alert anytime that it actually receives motion. So what I can do here is clear out my notification screen. If I walk in front of that camera, it doesn't take very long before I get a notification. It's pretty accurate. So, if I go over here, it senses motion. I already have a notification. It's very, very good. Now, I actually have two cameras back here that are actually sensing motion in this exact same area. The Soliom is the faster of the two. It's also, like you can set the sensitivity ratings. It is more accurate in terms of I get less false positives, right, or false negatives, or whichever you want to say it. Yeah, you'll get some for the leaves, for the trees blowing. Like right now it's windy, and I got a couple today from this guy, but not nearly as many as the other one. So I think I have the sensitivity pretty close to accurate on this guy. I probably have to turn it down on the other one. But anytime, we have a cat that likes, our neighbor's cat that likes to roam through or go over to the neighbor's house over here this way, get that every day, both ways. So it's kind of crazy to see and witness. But anytime, like I did have a mailman come around the back trying to figure out where a package was to pick up, it picked him up as well. So it's kind of cool that I was able to get that. So it makes you feel a little safer that you're going to be notified anytime it senses motion. So here's a little bit closer up. You can see the solar panel here. The battery, which is actually attached to the solar panel, sorry if I can see that. That's the battery there. Just comes down on one cable. It just has a coupler here that plugs in together, and then it powers the actual camera. It has both night vision as well as kind of a floodlight. So you can choose whether or not when motion is activated at night, if you want to have the black and white infrared, so it has that that red light that comes on. That works really well. The floodlight also works really well. So you have a choice. I typically do the infrared. It looks like I do have a spider web on there. I like the infrared just because it doesn't blast you with light. Like me, I come around back to pick up my work vehicle. It doesn't blast me. So, but that's it. That's the camera. Okay, so the app we're using in this case is the Soliom Plus app, which I already have installed. Obviously, I already had set it up from GeekSmart, and you can see right now I have it pointed toward my backyard. So a couple days ago, I changed the direction because, as you can see here, if we actually pull this up, we actually put some, we tore a tree down and put it back here for the deer to kind of get up. So I was hoping to get some footage of that, but it's nothing yet, at least. But that said, this is what it looks like when you can actually see the app. If we actually pull it open, we're actually seeing a live view. Now, we can actually pull up down here using a little directional pad there, and it is PTZ. And you can kind of tilt it around, right? I can go down with it. I can change direction. And basically, for a while, I had it pointed over in the corner of my house, so if I see anybody coming around by my back garage door, I could also check to make sure the garage door was shut. It was just nice to see. On here right now we're seeing in standard definition, you can see the battery's fully green. It actually has the charge symbol there because it's currently being charged. Wi-Fi signal's a little low, but it's obviously good, as you can see here. We have it on infrared mode, so that's what that red circle is. If we actually click on that, we can go to a light mode. There's two different modes, essentially, and that's what I showed you in the video there. This is where you can change it at night when it actually is low-level light, whether or not it gets a floodlight or the infrared light. I like the infrared light because it doesn't blast light like a thing, but you know, it's all up to you. It's all dependent on what you like and what you want to do. Right now, let's see. If we actually go to yesterday, we're going to have some videos, but today there obviously wasn't really any triggered events yet. You can see where I had it pointed toward the garage down here, and that was an activity. Let's take a peek at it. We'll just hit the play button, and may have been just triggered by leaves or, oh, nope, it's a cat. There it is. So there's a cat walking through my backyard. I will say this, and I said this earlier as well. The trigger events on this specific camera are pretty good, I'll be honest. Now I have, let's see if we can look at the sensitivity rating. I have it on high sensitivity. And I'm still not getting too many misfires on it. So the leaves and the limbs, every so often I'll get one, but it's not very often on this camera. So even with high sensitivity, it is pretty accurate. Every single time I go around the back of my house, or my daughter goes back around my house, every single time I get a notification. So finding people, it's pretty accurate on. So I got to give it credit on that account. If you want to see the low light activity, here's a video right here. Oh, there's a cat. You can see the cat walking by my work vehicle there. And we can pull it open here and actually see it in its full view. So you can see it. This is almost midnight, and you can see my shed way in the backyard. That's 100 and some feet away. So the low light capability of this camera is also, in my opinion, fantastic for what it is. I don't really have a whole lot of bad things to say about this camera in general, to be honest about it. I thought I would. I kind of wish the battery was attached to the camera rather than to the solar panel, so that if you could take the solar panel down if you really didn't want it and just work on charging it. But it isn't. It is kind of one and the same. So that, you could see that as a downside, I guess, maybe. But it really isn't, because if you're buying this camera, you're going to be using the solar panel. You can see, this is where your cloud service settings is if you want to purchase cloud settings. Let's see, upload key video to cloud storage. Purchase service, 30 days, $199, 180 days, $10.99, 360 for $21.99. And so that's what you can do. You can buy cloud service essentially for this, and so you can extend how much video storage is in the cloud. Right now, that's today. So you can see right now I actually have all those days that there are just a few videos, because like I said, it's only on motion. So, depending on where you place it is depending on how many trigger events you get. I'm in the back of my house, so it's only going to be me or like a cat or something that shouldn't be there anyway, but you get the gist of it. And if you go through when I do the setup, I kind of go how, the process of how setting this up. So, but in my opinion, it's a very good camera for what it is. So that is the Soliom PTZ. This is the S600 series camera. I will put links to this down in the description if you want to take a peek at it. Now, Soliom sent this to me. They allowed me to do a review video of it. I was happy about it because I'm trying to show as many security things as possible. Because it's smart to know what's going on around your home. I think so. I think it's fantastic. And anytime you have a wireless camera like this, you don't have to worry about where you're placing it. Now, it does have to have Wi-Fi coverage, so wherever you're placing it, you are going to have Wi-Fi coverage. But in today's homes that have mesh routers, things like that, you can add a small mesh router that's close to the camera and extend that coverage. Or if you don't have a mesh system, maybe you have an existing standard router, put a repeater over by the window that's close to where this is so you have good coverage. I think they're fantastic, especially the ones that are fully wireless. Now this one, it is rechargeable, right? In that the solar panel is doing the recharging. So no matter what, you are going to have to be careful and be mindful if you're in a spot where it gets really cold, right? We do get a period of time during the wintertime here in Iowa that can get bitterly cold, definitely in the negative digits. A couple years ago, -30 air temperature. That was cold. That polar vortex was fantastic. So whenever you're talking about rechargeable lithium-ion batteries, you got to be mindful of that, right? You can't let it recharge itself in the really cold stuff. But I would say probably of the days of the year, 330 days, I'm fine here in Iowa. But whenever you're doing something that's a rechargeable battery outside, just be mindful of that. You can damage the battery if you try to let it charge during those really bitterly cold moments. That said, I'm a fan of this guy. I like the infrared mode. It does have the spotlight mode. Right now, you can buy this on Amazon for $159. However, they do have a coupon running right now for an extra $20 off. So essentially, you get this for $139. I will, like I said, I'll have the link down below. You can take a peek at it on Amazon. That is an affiliate link, so if you do purchase that, you are supporting this program. I appreciate it if you do, but just full disclosure for you. Because they sent this to me, it's not why I'm getting it a thumbs up review. I'm giving it a thumbs up review because I've been using it and it works exactly like it's supposed to work. The quality of the video is really good, specifically for a camera of this price and caliber, and I love the hands-off approach to it. I put it up, it just works. And I haven't had any disruptions. I haven't had it not connect to my Wi-Fi. Even me changing routers out, it automatically reconnects to the new router every time I do that. So, and I do a lot of router stuff. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of it. I really am. And I love PTZ cameras because I can, without even moving the camera, without physically going out there, I can go on my phone and be like, oh, let's just move it, right? And so you can put this on the corner of your house, have it one way the other one time, have it another way another time. Now, this is not a programmable PTZ where you can have it constantly pan and scan. You can't do that. Usually those cameras are a little more expensive, but it is a quality camera. I gotta give it props for what it is. So, if you have any questions about this, let me know. Comment below. Subscribe, share the video if you can. Give it a thumbs up. Like I said, head over to GeekSmart and check the setup video. I will post a link below, and of course, it's going to be linked here at the end. But yes, do I recommend this camera? I do. Now, if you're already invested in another system, maybe adding this is going to be a little bit different because it does take its own app. It can't be linked into a different system. Actually, none of them can. None of them will go on one app. But that said, every household's different, and if you're just looking for a really neat, fairly inexpensive PTZ pan-tilt zoom camera, this is something to take a peek at. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you need to get a hold of me, head over to techgooch.com, and you can get a hold of me direct. So, that said, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for another future video review. More security cameras, more everything coming. So, thanks for watching. We'll catch you here in the future. See you soon.